Guys, just to let you know, guys, Red Devil just gave us like a 10 minutes soliloquy and so forth, full amazing analysis. And I did not realize I didn't press the freaking live button. Because I want to say, like, because my thing was like, why isn't the comment thing like showing? It's like, because I said normally the new comments, okay, why are there no new comments? And the freaking button is blue. Okay. So, oh wow. Okay, so guys, again, wow. So basically, on today's show, we're going to be talking about Messi. Is he staying or is he leaving? We will then also talk about Thiago joining Liverpool. What the permutations of what that'll be about him joining Liverpool. Then we're then going to do like a Champions League semis preview. Might touch on the Europa League, but Champions League preview. So again, so Red Devil is only here for a short time, and then he obviously has to go because he's going to go to work. So Red Devil, based on what you just, can you just maybe truncate it?
Yes.
So specifically, overall review of the game from your point of view, and why the hell did you spend 8 million on Maguire? And is Maguire really the Achilles heel of this United team?
Okay, first and foremost, have hope. That's Class C minimum. That's Class
yeah. Okay,
Class C for that.
I'm already packing my back to there, man. Okay, cool.
Upgrade to be, So, okay, yeah. So in summary, so give an answer. So, like I said, so first point is that being objective here, guys. Manchester United over 90 minutes were the better side. Okay, we're going to be objective here. Manchester United were the better side over 90 minutes. And to be honest, I actually was surprised. That Manchester United, people saying that Sevilla they're going to dominate us. They're going to have a lot of possession. We're going to be screwed. I was surprised the way that Manchester United played, and the fact that for large spells of the game, we had 20 shots on their goal. That we were in that situation. So, but the reality is that United, I posted a tweet out saying that if United lose this game, it's because we haven't taken our chances, and we lost that game because we weren't clinical enough. It's as simple as that. Rashford, Marshall Green on another day, bury those chances. We had enough chances to kill off the Sevilla team, who were good and organized, but we were better, and we should have finished those chances. And the reality is that even their 2 goals come from defensive mistakes, bad defensive mistakes. Now we're going on about whether Maguire's of 80 million or not.
No, but Red Devil, don't you think so? You're being biased over here, because if you see all those United shots, especially Martial and Greenwood shots, were saved, clear-cut one-on-one save. So yeah,
yes, that's what I'm saying. So I'm not embarrassed. What I'm saying is that if we put our chances away, we had 20 shots. 20.
No, but I understand. But if you see the way Sevilla played in the first half, Jules Koundé and Thiago Carlos, they were causing, not allowing you to take open shots. How many times your shots were blocked, man?
Man, over 90 minutes though. Over 90. I'm not saying that for that brief what was it, 50 minutes? I get it that they were dominating, but overnight, especially the second half. For the first what?
Second half, United was better. Second half. Yes,
even the end of the first half as well. I would say that Manchester, there was, I think, a chance literally right before the end of the game where Rashford was basically 1-on-1 and a one-on-one the keeper, and he messes it. So the point I'm just trying to make is that you don't have, if you have 20 shots on an opponent's goal to Sevilla's 4, okay, and you can't put those away, then obviously there's an issue. So if United put those chances away, I think we win the game. I don't think people can have an argument with that. But in regards to, is Maguire worth 80 million or not, he shouldn't be the captain of Manchester United. Okay, he doesn't have the leadership skills to be in Manchester United.
So he shouldn't.
No, he shouldn't be the captain of Manchester United. I think it was the wrong decision anyway. I've said it before. For him to just come into the club to be the captain, I bet it'll be difficult to see who else could have been. But if I was Ollie, I'd give Bruno Fernandes the captaincy. That's what I would do. I wouldn't give, not because Bruno is oh my goodness, amazing, etc., but just because I feel like he shows that more of a leadership than Harry Maguire does, especially for the first goal, where he should be shouting out Brandon Williams. I know people are going to be on Brandon Williams, yes, he's not good enough, but again, put this into context. This is his first half a season as a Manchester United player. He's just been escalated from the academy to basically be back up to Luke Shaw because Luke Shaw's been injured. And he's like a right-footed left back, like, you know, so very right-footed. So, like, he's a young kid. I don't think.
But let me ask, so a lot of people on the live chat are just mentioning this. What do you have to say about you guys being called Manchester United and Penandes?
I don't know what to say to it because like it was a
22
penalty.
penalties this season. I think it's a record.
Yeah, but it's like when people say it, it's like, but if they're penalties, then what do you like? Even this one, we've got a pen. Like, guys, was it not a penalty?
No, that was clear penalty, man. Come on, that was clear. Yes, yes.
So, like, aside
did I say that it wasn't a penalty?
Yeah,
All I'm saying is that it's just interesting that United have had 22 penalties this season, which is a record.
He's
trying to dive too for a second penalty.
No, it was a second penalty. It was a second penalty.
Second penalty is
that was a second penalty.
No, but for me, like, aside from the question of Bruno Fernandes one, I was sad enough to watch all of the penalties that other people that we awarded were penalties, and that's just because of the nature of our fun players. Because a lot of the fun players that we have are dribblers; they like to get into the box, and so they almost bring those defenders to make those challenges. You know, so but in this instance, this game, it was a clear penalty. You know, there's no so. I've got no problem people calling us Manchester United if the penalties are legitimate. These have been checked by VAR, so this is not like the referees are being checked, video checked.
So just run it because we need to go into so many stuff. So are you how disappointed are you of the loss, or are you like, yeah, it is what it is, or do you feel that United needed to win the trophy this season and they could have, and they maybe should have won the trophy this season because they beat Sevilla? You'd expect them to beat either Inter or Shakhtar.
Yeah, I do. Obviously, I'm disappointed, but as I was telling Yassir, I was having a disagreement with Yassir over Twitter, you know. So, but like, I feel honest, I'm more disappointed over the Chelsea loss in the FA Cup final than I am this, you know. So, because in that Chelsea game, Oli got his tactics completely wrong, and we just played badly, and you guys clearly were the better team, you know. So that I'm like, that's not acceptable because you need to play better, you know. In this game, we were the better team, you know, and if we were able to finish, then we wouldn't be having this conversation.
But see, that's still a loser's mentality. Like, I always hate the thing of like, we were the better team. That means
no. But I mean,
I'm winning. Put the ball in the net more times than
it is about winning, but it's also about the bigger picture in terms of going forward. Because at the end of the day, like, it's like when we had obviously Mourinho. It's like, yes, it's about winning, but there will come a point when the way you win almost bites you in the ass, because if you're playing badly for 10 games, for example, but you're winning, there will eventually come a point when then that will not happen anymore, and eventually that coach or those players get sacked, etc. So of course I'm disappointed, I am, but I'm just thinking like long-term wise, I can see a team, okay, that is a lot better than it was how many so years ago. Especially under, like, if you compare the way that we played Sevilla under Mourinho, under Oli, like, go back and watch that Sevilla game where we got knocked out.
No. You're wrong with that. You know why you're wrong. I'll tell you because there are many great Sevilla players who's not playing in the Sevilla team. This is like a declined Sevilla team as well. Because Wissam Ben Yedder, then there are like, you know, Pablo Sarabia, all these, you know, top class players are not there in the Sevilla current team as well.
Yeah,
so this Sevilla team is declined.
I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to talk about Sevilla. I'm focusing on how Manchester United played, about how we played. I'm not, of course, Sevilla, whether they play wrong, I don't know. I mean, it's a declining Sevilla team. They're in a Europa League a final. But the point I'm trying to make is that, like, with the way that Manchester United Football Club played, you can't honestly say that Manchester United Football Club played worse in this game than we played against Sevilla under Mourinho.
We lost, but bro, like, you guys lost 2-1. Like you even blew a lead. Like, no matter how good you say you played, it doesn't matter. If you don't have if you can't stand out like the whole 90 minutes, you can't defend.
I get that, but come on. When you look at the Bayern game, are you saying the way that Barcelona lost to Bayern?
Wait, Red Devil, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying in terms of the future building and everything. But my thing that this is dangerous because the danger you could fall into is, we keep playing well, but we lost. We played so well, but we lost. how long do you have to keep accepting that you create chances, you play really well, and then keep on losing?
Yeah.
Can I interject with one piece of criticism?
Sorry, let me just wrap up my point because I have to head off. So yes, you're right. I get that, but the thing is, it's in terms of fixing, because that something like that is easier to fix because then you can okay, right. The system is fine, the players fine, right? The players aren't good enough, or certain players aren't good enough, so we need to now go and buy and get new players in. So it's just a suggestion of right. Okay, if Maguire's not good enough, he's not good enough. Then fine, we can then go in and get a better centre back. We can get Jadon Sancho, etc., and then we can move and then we can go forward. That's different. But yes, we lost. I get that, Red. But you can't
Here's my problem. Here's my problem with Devil because bro, the whole difference, I don't criticize Manchester for getting penalties because most of the penalties they get are penalties, but I do criticize your front line because bro, your front line is actually ass. It's awful because if you tell me that in how many games has it been that Martial, that Rashford aren't scoring goals, Bruno Fernandes is the only one that's scoring goals and they're only penalties. Come on, if you're saying you're playing well, then at least show us these goals. Playing well means that at least you created a goal where you actually scored it. Just maintaining possession and maintaining form. That's the bare minimum you expect from a club that spent hundreds of millions of dollars on this team. You have arguably some of the best midfielders.
If you're just saying a loss is a loss, you can't compare, say the Barcelona Bayern loss. Oh, they lost the game. It's the same as
you're comparing it to a train wreck. You're trying to make you guys look good. Yes, you can compare anything to Barca Bayern and it would look good. Anything, bro. They made Madrid look like champions this season after losing to City. That's how bad that was. That you can't compare it to that. You're gonna critique. I'm not critiquing United after this one game. You've seen this. I know you've watched every United game. For the past, since the restart of the season, you guys are incapable of scoring a goal from open play, consistently. You'll do it every now and then. You guys get way more penalties. You're more consistent with scoring goals from penalties than you are from open play goals, and that's a problem. It's not saying that you guys are. No, how am I wrong, man?
No. Red is not wrong, and
Red is wrong.
No, Red is not completely wrong, and this is what I'm trying to say. Red is that the what you're saying is true, and that is why every Manchester United fan knows that we lack good squad depth. Every Manchester United fan. What I'm trying to say is that for me as a Manchester United fan, I think it's an easier problem to solve to say, right, okay, now Ed Woodward, go and get Jadon Sancho, so you now have a player that can come in and could potentially solve that problem. That for me is a lot easier problem to solve than you're I've got no idea what system we're playing. I've got no idea, we're playing shit just generally. That's what I'm trying to say here. I'm not trying to say that that you're not wrong, Red. What I'm trying to say is that United still are in a better situation than they were. Goodness knows how many years back. And literally the solution to this problem, okay, is just buying better players, okay, that can fit into the system and put away those chances or defend. That's as simple as that. But
okay, I do agree with you.
Wait, guys, we have to move on. We have to move.
Right. Yep.
So Red, do you have to shoot off now?
I've got a shot. This point, does anyone have any specific questions just ask to me, and then I after it off.
No, I have a question for you. You know what? I have a question for Red Devil.
Okay.
What if you won't get Sancho in this summer or next summer? Then who's the alternative player for him?
No, then we're gonna struggle. United don't have. My end point with this is that at the end of the day, and this has been a problem with all seasons, that United do not have the squad depth. The fact that we're relying on Brandon Williams, for example. People aren't even talking about Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood is an academy player. He's good. He's got potential, but he's still an academy player. So McTominay, an academy player. Rashford is actually an academy player. So United have been this season. I know we've obviously spent 80 million, but we've been relying on academy players. Our depth is not good enough, unfortunately, and it's up to the board to go into the summer to buy players. If we don't improve our squad depth, the only thing I would say was that I still don't get why Oli.
Run because we've got a lot of
So some is the summer solution is we played well, but we don't have the squad depth, and that is why Manchester United Football Club, if we don't invest in our squad, we will struggle next season. That's my 2 cents. Yeah.
Okay.
See you guys later, guys. Sorry about I have to have
See you.
No, just peace.
Peace, guys.
So now it's now time for some real talk. It's now time for some real talk. Let me just put a thing in there. It's time for some real talk. Some deep, worrying things have emerged. We have preached and we have talked and we have waxed lyrical about the Lisbon bloodbath. That is the official title of the Lisbon bloodbath. And what is on everyone's lips, what everyone needs to know, what everyone wants to know is what the bloody heck is Messi going to do? Now, I am one of those dudes that this is such seismic. This could be so seismic that I don't want to just jump in and just say, hey, this is what is happening and so forth. But the reports we're having from some dude, but people say that this dude broke the Neymar story and broke the Neymar rumor, so that this guy has a bit of veracity in him. And he's come out and said that Messi has said that he's threatened to try to leave. Now, here's how I say this. Whether it's true or not, Messi is using this as a threat, or using this rather as a tactic to get rid of Bartomeu. So Messi is saying, it's either me or Bartomeu. And if that is what is happening, Barcelona will do all they can do to get Bartomeu the heck out of there. Or he's using this as a tactic in order for them to make and buy some major signings and actually make proper investments and build the proper team to help Messi. I don't see Messi. Messi isn't leaving Barcelona this summer. I don't think Messi is leaving Barcelona ever. I think only thing he's only going to leave to go back to Newell's old boys. So the issue is, can Bartomeu, if the elections are league, which is so basically, so what is happening? So Victor, I think it's called Font, one of the Barcelona owners, he has called for Bartomeu to resign. You can't just hold the elections now. They're in a year's time. That's just what it is. You can't just change the dates of the election. So he's saying, look, bro, resign. If you're Bartomeu, you're not resigning. You're hanging on to it for 1 year because this is a very profitable role that you have of Barcelona president, one of the biggest brand franchises on the planet. And you will want to, and I think Bartomeu is want to say, no, this is my year to try and prove that I can get it right for Barcelona, but he's under some serious pressure. So I'm going to come first to, Red with this. So Red.
Yo.
How are you reading this Messi wanting to leave? Do you think that this is real or he's using this as a tactic? And what do you think do you think Messi is going to do? Try and get into Messi's head. What do you think Messi is thinking right now? Really wanting to leave, wanting to get rid of Bartomeu, wanting to help Bartomeu to get players? Where do you think Messi is at right now?
To be honest with you, I feel like there's a power struggle in Barca right now. I really do think so. I think it's Messi versus the board, and this has been going on because I don't know if you guys remember this, but early on in the season, you guys could Google this. There was an article that said that Barcelona was actually funding journalists to write negative stories about their players, Club de Amigos, and all this, all that BS. I like if I was Messi's head, look, either be a loyal servant to the club or just move on. Don't disrespect them. Don't make this more of a spectacle. You have no leg to stand on. You were a part of the biggest humiliation in Champions League history, like the biggest. And like, okay, I just want to share this stat with the viewers. I'm sorry, Barca fans, but this is going to happen. You know that Barcelona have the worst loss in Champions League quarterfinal history in 8-2. And they also have the worst one in the semifinals. I don't remember the exact score. And the worst loss in the final, 4-0 to AC Milan. So they actually have the record for all three of those in the Champions League. Banter club. But that aside, what's called, so Messi has no leg to stand. He has no leg to stand on coming to this. You can't just argue with the board, because look, I don't criticize the Barca board. The reason for that is they've hired 3 different managers. Their last summer window for Barcelona, they landed the most coveted youngster in the world in De Jong, and they got a superstar in Griezmann. Transfer windows don't come any better than that. Any other team that would get that transfer window that's considered a successful transfer window. Right, like, and before that, they got Arturo Vidal, they got Coutinho. Which again, Coutinho, look what happened with Coutinho. He just scored a brace and an assist in a Champions League quarterfinal against a big club like Barcelona. Obviously the problem is with the club. When you buy superstars and you make them come and just be assistants to another superstar, that's not going to work. You can't have that. You can't, like, it's just too much. It's not like you're not making a Galacticos project. You're just making them lackeys, and there's only one Galactico in Messi, and that's the problem. If you look at like other projects, like in Real Madrid or anything, even though Ronaldo was the superstar of the team, he never had more power than anybody else in the team. Everybody would get contract extensions. He was never put above the club. Messi is above the club, and that's a problem. This is not to critique Messi himself. He is a genius. This is not his fault.
But I think the red ball specific. So tell me specifics. What do you think will happen? Where do you think Messi's mind is at? Do you think he's trying to use this as a tactic to try and get rid of the board, or do you think he's really trying to leave this summer? Or wait for one. What do you think Messi's tactic is?
Messi will not leave. Messi won't even learn a new language. Messi barely learned Spanish. He's not going anywhere. He wants to stay there. This whole tactic is just to get the media on his side, because everybody knows that the fans will back Messi, the media will back Messi. They'll just crucify the board. They'll blame everybody but Messi. So he's not going anywhere. If anything, this whole like Messi's leaving again, it's just to get him more backing. But I don't feel like this time it's gonna work, because the loss is so bad. Like, it's so humiliating. Like, it's just like there's no coming back. Like, I honestly don't like. I don't want a Messi fan to ever look me in the eye ever again and tell me he's the GOAT ever. I don't care. Don't blame the defense. Don't blame nothing. 8-2. He was on the pitch and did nothing, and we saw him walking, do nothing. That was sad, man. That's just like watching your hero just get beat up. Man, it's so sad. Don't ever.
Okay. So tell me what happens then. Specifically, what happens? So you're saying that Messi, regardless, he will stay.
Stay in Barca. Either retire or stay.
Okay. Samuel.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yep.
Basically, as Red was saying, that I can't lie to you, Messi has no leg to stand on, especially with that performance against Barcelona. As I said in the other stream, what's it called? He lost the ball like 4 times, and he was walking. Literally, like he has not put himself in any shower of glory. Now, I can understand if he was putting in hard work, he was making runs, he was practically doing everything. Yeah, you can say he does everything most times, but in that game with their worst loss of the probably in their history, he did not shower himself with glory. So, to be honest, Messi's in a sticky situation right now, and I don't know if he really said that in a sense to get change with the president or anything, but I just feel like he's crying out for transfers. Crying out for the right transfers, because
so I think that Messi wants the move.
Do you know what? Probably because I feel like there's this whole hanging head of he hasn't really tried any other league as well. That's what Ronaldo does have over him. Is that
do you think he wants to do? Do you think he actually is bothered about that challenge at 33 years old?
Do you know what? We're talking about ifs, buts, and maybes, but it can be a motivation for some people, especially with somebody at a status at Messi. It can be a motivation. I don't know. Maybe go to Man City. I don't know. Maybe go to the Serie A or the Mio League. Please let me say that. But it's a very hard conversation that you have to dig very deeper into this, because Messi's in a very sticky situation right now.
Okay. Abdullahi, man, Messi, how do you see this going, man?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you beautifully well, man. We can hear you beautifully well.
Okay, for me, firstly, like I was the match. I was the Barcelona Bayern Munich match. My lord in heaven, HH. That is worst scoreline I've ever seen in my life in Champions League I've ever seen.
Well,
Yes,
no,
we
no, no.
played.
Like, we know about the scoreline. Focus on Messi. We've already insulted and abused these guys already. What do you think Messi does? Messi stay? Does he go? Does Messi try to get Bartomeu sacked? What do you think Messi's tactic will be this summer based on what happened against
I don't
Bayern?
like what Red said. I do not think Messi will go. I do not think he will go because I think Barcelona is his life. Barcelona is his entire life. I do not think he will go. I can only speak Spanish. Apart from Spanish, I don't see him speaking any languages. So, but for me, I think he's only trying to get a transfer because Barcelona doesn't have the right transfers at all. It's only Messi that has been doing everything for them. Probably if he wants to leave, he may go to Man City because he has played under Pep Guardiola before. He may probably want to play under Pep Guardiola. Who knows? But at the moment, I do not think he's gonna go. He just want to get a transfer and just stay in Barcelona. Maybe get the right transfer. The person that should go, we should be discussing that is Bartomeu, the president himself. He has not given himself glory at all. They've been signing stupid players ever since the 2015 after they won the Champions League. They haven't signed good players that can help the team. So Messi has been considering his future for the very long time. Very long time. If he has to go this year, then I won't blame Messi at all. He deserved everything that needed to be deserved.
So in your mind, he's going to retire at Barcelona no matter what.
He should retire in Barcelona, yeah. For me. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Vilton, man, talk to me.
Messi's interesting, man. Messi been saying he was gonna leave Barca for the longest, and he never did. I do think he's gonna stay. He just doing the runaround with us like he usually does. But if I'm Messi, man, I would leave, man, because you don't owe Barcelona nothing else. Like, even though they help you as a child and everything with the vaccine and everything, you don't owe Barca anymore. You've done so much for this club that you could leave. I don't even think no Barcelona fan will ever be mad at you for leaving. If I'm Messi, I would leave, but I don't think he's leaving. And if I do leave, I would go to why not go to Pep and make Pep a bigger coach again like you did in 2011 and 2009? Because right now, man, Man City is not looking so hot, man. You could make Man City a big club. You could make them into an elite. Because right now they're just a plastic club waiting to win the Champions League, which they never, ever will win Double H in their history. That's my 2 cents on it.
So, okay, so you see him staying?
Yeah, he's staying for sure. I think he's just doing the run around with us. If he leaves, I'll be so happy, man. Real Madrid, we finally gonna dominate La Liga again.
Okay. So let me just keep the super chats before I come back to you, old man. Oh no, what the hell? Because I'm just bear with me 1 second. 1 second. Let me hit up these super chats. Says bear with me. Okay, so from Martin Rosario. What the Rosario HH, that was 8-2-ish of you. You just pulled, bro. Big L. Can we leave Barcelona alone, please? From Gatlock.
No, HH, we're not leaving them alone.
The technology break himself. Yes, screw you, Gatlock, you loser. Just best in HH. When I say rest in peace, I don't lose. Ask Atalanta and Dortmund. Just best in who the heck are Atalanta and Dortmund for me to give you that dub. Just best in again says Muller beats Messi 7-0. And World Cup final and 8-2. Good Lord. Yeah, it is what it is, but Thomas Muller didn't do it by himself, bro. The real deal says Messi ended the Maradona debate. Cristiano never quits. There was never a debate between Messi and Maradona.
Relax. World Cup. Where's the World Cup at?
Okay, wait. So easy. So, where we go? Eye test. Messi, man. What happens, man?
Yes. So Messi said this a couple times, but I hate to say it, but I think this time is different because this time it looks like there is no hope for Barcelona. Whenever Messi has threatened to leave, Barcelona, there was still something to them. It still looks like they have a chance of winning the Champions League, winning the league. But right now, this is the worst I've ever seen Barcelona in the past 20 years. This is the worst I've ever seen them in the past 20 years. And he knows he's 33. He has no time left. He needs to win the Champions League, another Champions League. He wants to win a couple more trophies before he retires. And he knows, looking at this team, that might not be possible with Barcelona. So I think right now, is the most likely time out of all the other times where he could leave. And for me, I would love to see him at Inter Milan for the storyline. If he dethrones Juventus,
Yes, sir.
But my thing though, I test. Will he or will he not leave? What do you think will happen? We all know that. Look, everyone knows that. Look, Messi wants to see Messi in a different team just for the fun of it. But what do you think will happen?
Well, I think it's time. I think he's looking at the team. Everyone's 30 and over. This team has no hope in winning the Champions League.
So you say he's moving?
He wants to win. He's gonna leave. I'm saying it now. He's gonna leave. I think.
So this summer or next summer?
I think it's difficult to see this summer with Corona and the wages and everything. But if this thing about him being able to leave for free is still a thing, I don't know if it is. I could see it happening this summer. I don't know if that's still a thing or if it was even a thing in the first place. But I heard something about he can leave for free whenever he wants. So if that's the case,
I think no. He's got 1 year left. So if he doesn't extend his contract, then I think that he can then bounce next summer. So, but this summer he's still on contract for 1 more year. Okay. What's it called? Let's go to Sean, man. Sean, what does Messi do this summer? My dear, lovely Sean, my friend.
The best thing for Messi to do and for Barcelona is to just, I guess, break up. I think at this point, if you're relying so much on somebody of this age, it's going to be hard to rebuild down the line. And as Messi gets older, his stock will depreciate, and then he's going to cost less, and teams won't want to buy him. So the best chance for Barcelona to rebuild in the next 5 to 6 years, and for Messi to win another Champions League or get more silverware, is to leave as quickly as possible and go to a club that is already going and trending in the right direction. And there's 2 clubs in mind that I would go to. It's either Manchester City.
Sean, just quick question, Sean. You don't think Messi's up for the challenge at Barca? You don't think he could lead them, or like he's up to the challenge?
I mean, what he's done for Barcelona is no player for any one club has basically done that, barring Pele and Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo.
So now he has to go to a stacked team. To be able to compete.
We'll put any other top 5 player ever in this lineup and take him out, and they're still not winning anything. So, I mean, this team right now they're declining. They're a declining team, and they need to rebuild from the top down. You could have conceded 10 to 12 goals against Bayern. It was that embarrassing. You could swap any top player in the history of the game in that position. They're still losing by 3 to 4 goals minimum. It was just embarrassing. It was embarrassing to watch. And thank God.
That's hypothetical. We don't want to argue hypothetical.
Okay, but Sean, wait. Sean,
blast.
But Sean, what do you think? I know what you said was the best, but what do you think will happen? What do you think Messi is going to? What do you think is actually going to happen?
Right. Well, I think Red is right in that there is a power struggle. There's a power dynamic here, and that maybe Messi. I think what's going to happen is Messi is going to unfortunately stay until 2021, and then see what happens from there with the elections with Bartomeu. He's doing this now. I think there's reports coming out from. There's a really reputable reporter who was right about the Neymar move a few years ago. Is it Marcelo Butcher or something like that? And then he was talking about Messi reportedly leaving this summer. But I still think that he's going to stay, in that he just wants things to change, and that it's some sort of fate. So I think that's what's going to happen, unfortunately. And then we'll see what happens. Apparently, Barcelona have put up 16 to 17 players that are now available to leave, which is unprecedented in their
It's apart from Messi, Longley, and Frankie de Jong and Ter Stegen. Everyone else.
So those 4 to 5 players that are not being put up. But of course, Messi has the power to leave if he wants. And I think one of the bigger things for him is the comfort factor. You know, he struggles. I think he just really enjoys Barcelona, the living situation there. I don't know what his family is like. Maybe they want to stay. Maybe they don't want to go. Learning a new language. I mean, look at Bale. Hasn't even learned Spanish, and he's been here for like 5 years, 5-6 years. He still hasn't learned it.
So that's a myth. Bale does speak Spanish.
Okay. All right. What's it called? Stodge. Messi, man. What do you think happened with Messi? Stodge.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Anyway, I think this is all a scene trick by Messi. This is the same guy that supposedly was going to retire from Argentina. this is the same guy that promised them the Champions League the season before. This season promised in La Liga. His words hold no weight. Messi's words mean nothing. He's proven himself time and time again that he just talks crap, and it alludes to what Red was sort of getting to. Messi has a huge ego and he loves the adulation. What he's doing is all he does every time, just like when he retired from Argentina. It wasn't the fact that he wanted to retire because he did bad. It was because of the criticism. He can't take criticism. So what he's going to do now is he's going to spin it. He's going to say he wants Bartomeu out, but you have to remember this guy's been backing Bartomeu for a couple of seasons.
Wait,
stop, just wait. Everybody in the live chat, and even me as well, did you just upgrade your mic from yesterday? You sound fantastic.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so why? What microphone are you using? You sound like amazing.
Well, I had this microphone before, but before I was just just on my phone because I was doing other stuff.
Wow,
but...
damn, that's amazing. Okay, go carry on. Damn, okay.
Anyway, the adulation. He loves the adulation. And a couple of seasons, he's backed Bartomeu. He's the one that wasted Barcelona's time and actually kind of ruined their transfer policy because they're building the team around him for a quick fix. They've wasted about 2 seasons trying to get Neymar. And I can guarantee you this summer, he's going to say the same stuff about Neymar and they're not going to get Neymar. So they're just going around in circles. What's going to happen is he's going to pretend that he wants to leave. The fans are going to worship him and fall for the trick. And then he's going to get a bigger wage. I don't know. They might even put him on 2 million. Who knows?
Wow.
And cripple Barcelona even further.
All right. What do you say? So let's bring in Muntaha, man. Muntaha, man, talk to me, man. What do you think Messi is going to do? If you were to predict, what do you think is going to happen? Because I said again that this dude, Messi is only leaving for Newell's Old Boys. He's not leaving for any team in Europe. The only time two things: he retires at Barcelona or he leaves for Newell's Old Boys for one last season. How do you think this is going to happen?
Okay, man. From last 3 or 4 seasons, man, I'm hearing that every time Messi is threatening Barca. Oh, I want to leave. I want to leave. I want to leave. And then again, there's a panic stations all over the club and fan bases. Like, oh no, we cannot. I mean, what kind of fucking mentality? Sorry, excuse me for my language, but like, what kind of mentality is that? Bro, have some flipping spinal cord, man. Come on, you're a bigger club, man. Okay, fine. Messi is your greatest player, one of the greatest players, everything. Fine, but this thing has to end up somewhere. And you know what? Messi, I mean, he knows that now. I mean, Bartomeu and this current boat, they know that, right? Okay, they are preparing for the life after Messi. If you see some of the projects, Bartomeu wants, after Messi, it's like astonishing. It's a really good project, And for me, I think so Messi is holding the club back now. The reason I'm saying not in terms of performances, I'm saying in terms of, the atmosphere in the club. I mean, the ambience, bro. I mean, look at the youngsters. I mean, Ousmane Dembele and all these guys, these players, and Sufati and everything, they're the players for next generation. You sign De Jong, you have Griezmann, you have you can sign one more striker if you want, for example. You can go for Lautaro Martinez or any other striker, for example, okay? But bro, there's no progression from here. Come on. I mean, I think this is the best possible time to break this marriage and separate, man. I think that this is the best time for Messi.
So you think that the best thing to do is for him to leave, but what do you think will happen?
What will happen?
Do you see him staying indefinitely?
No, I think so. Next season will be the last season of Lionel Messi. I think so, because he will finish his contract and he'll move it to another club to make fun of them in terms of wages. Most probably Inter Milan. I think so. So next season will be the last season. They will give one more try because I think so. Bartomeu, he was looking for one last shot before the re-election process. So they will sign a good manager. I think so, and this will be the ace card of Bartomeu, I believe, and he'll use it, and they will give last shot and last attempt. I think so, and I think so. This will be the last thing, and whatever happened next season is last for Messi. So he's leaving Barcelona next season.
Okay, so before I come to Yasser's side, listen. So Inter Milan are preparing a 3 years, 50 million a year contracts for Messi in 2021. Serious stuff. Again, for me, see, the thing about this is that no matter how big the money is and everything, I think the key thing, and I think someone touched upon it, Messi only knows Spanish. That's it. And it doesn't strike me as a guy who wants to learn a different language or live a different culture. I think that he's happy within the comfort zone of where he is in Spain. Which hence was that the only place he goes to is Newell's Old Boys, because obviously he has a place in Argentina. So it's either going to be Argentina or it's going to be Spain. To go to flipping America, having to now learn English, change the whole thing of culture, moving family, I don't think he wants to do. Hence why this is such an important moment, because I think what Messi assumed was Barcelona would always be somewhat successful until he retires. But the stuff right now is that he's never ever experienced this in his career. He's never experienced being in a garbage side that are really at rock bottom. So for him, it's like, oh my God, like, so now he is between a rock and a hard place of, if I stay, do I really want to go through this messed up situation? But me and my psychology and my mental, I just do not want to leave this comfort zone. So it's a crazy, crazy crossroads that Messi is at right now. Yes, his side, what does he do, man? Does he stay? Does he go? What do you think Messi does?
Quick comment before I get into Messi. I think Manchester United is not good for my health. Okay, now let me get into Messi.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I lost maybe a year of my life expectancy watching that game today. But anyways, moving on. Messi. To be honest though, if I'm a Messi fan, forget Barcelona. If I'm a Messi fan, if I'm a Messi fanboy, if I'm Messi's family, I will want to leave. I will want to leave. And there's one club I feel like it will be the best place for him to.
Hello? Saeed?
Hello?
Yeah. You got cut off. You got cut off, bro. Say again. Speak again. Go for it.
And the best place I feel like he should definitely go to is PSG. PSG will be perfect for him. Neymar, Di Maria. Di Maria is Argentinian. He's friends with Di Maria. I think Dani Alves might be still there. I'm not sure. You have Neymar. You have a young player in Mbappe, and you'll be playing in a league that's a lot easier. No, but we can't say that. I mean, respect to Ligue 1, but PSG will probably win Ligue 1, and he will definitely win the Champions League with Ligue 1. I mean, with PSG, definitely.
But that's do they really need him? Like, I mean, like, I feel like that. What do they get in return?
The owners.
But real quick, if PSG can afford Messi and they can get Messi,
they will get him.
Do you think that they won't want to buy Messi? Forget about what he brings on the pitch. Marketing. Do you know how much how great that would be?
Forget money. He's literally the problem that PSG have. PSG have a problem where the players don't respect the club. That's the problem that they're experiencing right now. So if you get a player with the size of Messi, do you think Messi's going to respect PSG? Like, you think that's what they have with Neymar and Mbappe right now, where the players just like are shrugging off the coach?
Red. Think about just saying. Are you telling me that if PSG have the chance to get Messi and they can afford him, they'll say, nah, come on.
Any club that can get Messi can afford him, sure, but like.
Wait. Yes, side. Finish your point.
Because, like, I see what Red's saying, but this is, the sheikhs, the owners of PSG, they would literally be salivating Mbappe.
No. But you see, you're wrong with that. You know why? You see, I'll tell you why you're wrong. Because Neymar will block that move. Because this is Neymar's team now. So if Messi comes, there's a problem now.
That's a good point, Mataha. But think about this: Neymar wanted to come back to Barcelona. That means
no. Neymar,
no. Wait. You see. Wait, let me come in. If PSG gets Messi, the rules change. Messi, you are older and so forth. You're here to play a role. This is Neymar's team. You're now Neymar's house boy. It is what it is. If Messi comes, you have to accept being Neymar's house boy at PSG.
Bro, but hate you. I just want to say one thing, right? Messi will never accept that.
Just want to run over a point so we have so everyone can talk easy.
Okay, just to be short, to be honest, like either or, I think he should leave because at the end of the day, if Messi
no. Side, what do you think he's going to do? That's what I say. What do you think will happen? What will happen?
Okay, I think he will leave because I'm a person like Messi that cares about his legacy. I mean, this guy chases goals, chases Ballon d'Ors. I mean, if he stays, A2 will happen again. I mean, he cannot have that on his record again. That's my point. So
Okay.
for him, I think for as his pride, he will leave.
Okay. All right. Okay. So
Perfect,
before we
perfect.
go, let me just answer this super chat before we go to our next thing. So Anthony Gonzalez says his release clause is what? His release clause is 700 million. Excuse me?
But he's
To
free
go
next
next
season.
year. Who the hell is paying that?
PSG.
Oh, and from Miss B Nation says Bill does not speak Spanish. Just don't speak it publicly with the press. Oh,
Can
Neymar doesn't speak
and I
French.
think Bill has survived not speaking Spanish and staying in Real Madrid. Okay, so wait,
can I
so
say one more thing on
wait,
this?
wait, let's move on. Real brief with this one. So Thiago Alcantara has looked really good. and he was definitely one of the players that got that ass in the 8-2 shakedown of Barcelona in Lisbon. So so it is confirmed that talks have begun and official talks will resume after the Champions League. So question is very simple. Do you believe that this is the right purchase for Liverpool? And how well do you think that Thiago will do under Klopp at Liverpool? Or do you think that he should maybe see what Bayern Munich could do and remain with a Bayern Munich side that could become a serious force for the next decade under Hansi Flick, keeping in mind that Leroy Sané is about to join the team? So is he actually making the right decision, committing to leaving a club that could enter into a new dominant era under Hansi Flick? Or do you think it is the right thing for him to go to Liverpool? I'll start with Samuel.
This is gonna be the last thing I say, then I'm gonna have to go. But
Okay.
my goodness in heaven, I am so happy about this. As in, I'm not trying to get too happy in the sense that these things can mess up, but it is confirmed that we've agreed personal terms with Thiago. So it does look like he really wants to come to Liverpool. This will actually boost our first team to a new level, especially our midfield. Because if you compare the Werner and the Thiago deal, for me, at the beginning when we were linked to Werner, I was still trying to figure out where Werner would fit or who he would replace. Obviously, over some time, I got into the notion of Werner will be good for a team. But as soon as we got linked with Thiago, I said, if this is possible, get him straight. Because I remember one guy made a good comparison. He said he's basically Wijnaldum and Henderson, but just more creative. He can defend. He can control the midfield. He can make that cutting pass that a lot of our midfielders lack. So him just in that starting 11 already boosts our midfield, already boosts our creating options. We already got Robinson and Trent from fullbacks creating. Now we got at least now Keita if he fully fit for the full season, and we got Thiago now threading balls to Mane and Salah and Firmino. So this is 100% a great deal. People say that he's got injury problems, he's 29, but I'm sorry, when you have a player like Thiago, he's probably one of the best midfielders in the world right now. You cannot pass that opportunity. You
Okay, so
cannot.
let me ask you this though. In all honesty, do you think this move is purely about wanting a new challenge, or do you think this move is he sees Liverpool as the strongest force for the next decade and his best chance to win Champions League and numerous Champions League titles as opposed to Bayern Munich?
What happened?
Well, what
Is
the heck
everything
is
all right
happening?
yesterday?
Okay, go for it.
Anyways, sorry. Anyways, basically, do you know what? I actually genuinely think he wants a new challenge because Bayern Munich under Hansi Flick, it does look like Bayern Munich are going to be a force, especially with the likes of Sané, Gnabry, even Lewandowski. He's still got a few years to go. Muller looks like he's just been revitalized. So, I don't know what Hansi Flick did to him, but he's just been revitalized. They've got a very good team for the coming years. So this just tells me that Thiago just wants a new challenge. He just wants to a team that he can also go and win Champions leagues with. He's done it in Spain. He's done it in Germany. Now you can say, or if he actually goes to Liverpool, he can do it in England. So if you're saying, oh, he wants a team that is going to be a force for years, then I'm not going to lie, he would have then stayed at Bayern Munich, because what Bayern Munich are doing right now is very promising. But it's just a new challenge, and Liverpool will be up there for the next like 5-6 years. So I think it's just a new challenge. I mean, I think it's very smart from him, very smart. And yeah, he will only get better under Klopp.
Okay.
I know he's 29, but Klopp will teach him new stuff, how to control some aspects of his weaknesses a lot better. Yeah, I think it's a great move for him and for the club.
All right.
All right, guys, in a bit.
All right. Peace. Abdullahi, man, talk to me, man. Thiago to Liverpool, good move, or should he wait and stay with Bayern?
I think it's a good move for him. He wants to leave Bayern Munich and goes to Liverpool. Liverpool, for me, is a better team for him to go to. It's a very good move for him. Like, it fits into what Liverpool want. When you have Jorginho on Naby Keita, you have Thiago Alcantara too. Because Liverpool has been lacking something.
So even after 8 to Liverpool is still a better option.
When they win the Premier League, they lack a creativity in their team. Yes, Sadio Mane, Mo Salah, and they go back to.
Yo, Abdullah here. We can't hear you, bro. We can't hear you.
Because what Liverpool like, what they need in that midfield is someone who can create from anywhere. Because there's some things who see deep in the PL.
Your mic is getting mixed. Your mic is getting mixed. Come out, wait. Come out and come back in. Come out and come back in. Your mic is getting mixed. What's it called? Red. Thiago to Liverpool. Good move, or do you think he should stay with Bayern? Red. Okay.
Hello. Yo, HH.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I think this is a good move for all parties. I think everybody wins in this scenario. I think it's great for Liverpool, because like coming off a league-winning season, like if they want to maintain like a competition, like defend their title, they're gonna have to bolster up that midfield. And I think Thiago is a well-rounded midfielder, very technical. I think he can mesh well with any system Klopp wants to play. He's just gonna progress him. He's just gonna be a big upgrade on what they have right now. Especially like if imagine like a Keita, Fabinho, Thiago midfield, or Henderson, Fabinho, Thiago in the number 10, pretty much. Like it's gonna do so much, and I think it'll free up Firmino more. So I think that for Liverpool it's gonna be good. For Thiago, I think it's good for him legacy wise, because look, he's already has a solid legacy at Barca. He went to Bayern, he's won the league title, he's won the DFB Pokal, and like this year it looks like this is their year. Like insane season by Bayern. Like if he wins everything there, like I feel like it's a good legacy move to go and just prove himself in another league and with a new challenge. And for Bayern, like Thiago is an aging midfielder. He's come to the end of his career. Like I think for them it would be they already have Tolisso, so they got Goretzka. Like they have a pretty solid like young foundation for their midfield. So selling him and just cashing in and like using that cash to really bolster up another position, maybe buy Perisic. I think that would be a very good move for Bayern as well. So I think this is a very good deal for everybody. I think everybody really benefits off this. Like Bayern, if they can get like I don't know how much he's going for, but like usually players around that age, they're probably going to go for like 20-30 mil. For them to get like that much, that's pretty good. And it's for Liverpool to get a midfielder of that caliber just to fit into their squad. Excellent.
Okay. Wilson, talk to me, man.
Yeah. I think it's a good move for Liverpool, because the thing about Liverpool, ever since kind of Coutinho left, they were missing that like a playmaker that was able like to like open up game and control the game for them, make like passive and like incisive runs and stuff like that. And I think Thiago is a good replacement. Any like club, to be honest, would have won him right now in the world, because the guy's he's really good technically, like ability wise, he's really good. I know he's 20.
But do you think it's the right move for him to leave Bayern now before Sané joins?
I think it is a good move for him because he's coming at the end of his career. You might as well go to. You might as well. Yeah, I think it's a good move for him. It has to because it's not like Liverpool are a bad team right now. Like that's the club that everybody is inspired to be right now. I think it's a really good move for him because next season, who knows? Maybe Liverpool might go in and challenge for the Premier League again. I know Leo Sané, but we don't know how Leo Sané is gonna be like next season. Like we don't know how is he gonna play because that was a really big injury he suffered, man. Because we don't know how is he gonna be in HH. I'm gonna be leaving. I just want to say this, Natsa, Manchester City is garbage. Don't ever compare you to Real Madrid ever in your life. I'm out. Peace.
Thank you. Thank you.
Man, these Madrid fans, man, these Madrid fans. Okay, what's it called? Sean, man, talk to me about this Thiago move. Is it right for he was Liverpool, or do you think he should have waited for Bayern and for Sané?
I think that actual question can be answered after the Champions League. I think if they win the Champions League this season, then I think it would be the right time to leave. It's like, okay, you've won the Champions League, Bayern, you won the treble. Now go take your talents elsewhere and see what you can do at Liverpool for a new and impending challenge. I think that'd be really good for him, and I think he adds a lot of benefits to Liverpool, especially from a creativity perspective. Like,
okay, then so if they don't win the Champions League, should he still then leave? If they don't,
that's what I mean. That it'd be a more fun question to answer afterwards. I still think, why not? Actually, yeah, if I was Thiago, I would go regardless. I think the EPL is a more exciting league than the Bundesliga. I think it's a more difficult league than the Bundesliga overall, and I think that he could be used. He could be a lot more impactful with Liverpool than Bayern. I think that he can be their main creative attacker, and I think that'll pay dividends. And I think Firmino won't have to drop deep as much if Thiago is there, and if he's orchestrating the midfield so much, they'll have more control. There won't be as much emphasis on passing it sideways and putting in crosses, and Firmino dropping deep and having Salah and Mane running behind. I think it'll be a lot. There'll be a lot more flow. There'll be more depth. And it'll be a little more difficult for opposing teams to defend Liverpool because they'll have another dynamic to them, a more creative dynamic to them, as opposed to a team that will just gang and press you the entire game and have Robertson and TA close you down on the wings as well. So I think it just adds a whole new element to Liverpool's attack, and I think it would be great for his career. It's great from a marketing perspective as well, and I just think. Yeah, and the fact that Bayern got Sané, I mean, it somewhat compensates for it because Sané is a really good player. They play different positions, but I mean, if you add another attacking opponent and then Thiago leaves, Bayern have a great youth system. Bayern also pull players from other great youth systems. I don't think it's a big deal if he leaves. I think Bayern won't skip a beat if he leaves, and I think he can improve Liverpool dramatically as well. So I think it's a good move for him to leave, irregardless if they win or lose the Champions League this summer.
Okay. Okay, what's it called? Stodge, man. Put yourself inside the mind of Thiago. So remove your Liverpool fanship. Put on your objective football mind for this. Is this right for Thiago, or do you think he should maybe pause and be like, okay, let's just see what Hansi Flick is building here. Let's see how Kimmich develops. Let's see how Leroy Sané can come and develop. Let's see what we can do. Or do you just think that despite any of that, the Liverpool project is far more exciting than what Hansi Flick could potentially build? Stodge.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, I think the project is much more exciting for Thiago, just for the simple fact that he's been at Bayern for a while, and he probably sees if he wins the Champions League this year, there's not much more he can achieve at Bayern. Whereas Liverpool would be a new adventure in a new league, and he could achieve anything. And he fits pretty well in the team for the most part. The only issue is our system. We have this system of crossing. I mean, we got Naby Keita from the Bundesliga, who was at the time voted the second best or best midfielder. He was a dribbling machine, scoring solo goals. And as soon as these midfielders arrive to Liverpool, the instructions is pass the fullback. It's like, I don't know what these instructions are. Pass the fullback. It's funny because we reached the Champions League final when Robertson and Trent weren't that great, which was just the front three doing it by themselves. But suddenly, all of a sudden, players are not allowed to take on players. We've become much more system orientated. I think in order to see the best Thiago, I think we should be system orientated, but we should mix it with individuality. instead of having these three workhorses in midfield, let's add some spice. Let's put Thiago, Keita, and Fabinho, and let's stop spamming the ball to Trent. He's a good player, don't get me wrong, but one player I really want is Upamecano. That's my dream transfer.
Ooh.
Okay. Munsaha, talk to me, man. Is this a good move for Thiago? Yes or no?
Oh my God. Okay, so with Thiago Alcantara, I mean, the guy is like a really good midfielder, technical midfielder, like as of like all of you guys said. But when I see from the perspective of Thiago, okay, I won the Champions League. I mean, pretty much treble with Bayern Munich. Should I really risk my career going to a new league, especially a really, fast-paced league and more physical, and especially in a team where it requires your work rate of really high, like amount of work rate. Like for example, it's the same situation with the Hansi Flick as well. But I mean, it's a risky. And in Prem, like I mean, you pretty much you're into complete a new world, and you're magnified to the next level. Like I mean, for your each passes and everything. I mean, you're risking yourself, man. Like for me, like if I'm Thiago Alcantara, I would have stayed in Bayern. Like for me, pretty much every season I'm winning Bundesliga, so that's like one trophy in my bag in my cabinet. So that will definitely help me in terms of legacy. What if I don't show up, immediately in the first season? There might be chances.
He's already won this Bundesliga thing. Is already support. But see that.
No, but HJ, but there is a risk factor over here.
New challenge arguments. It supports the new challenge arguments. If you already win this Bundesliga thing already, you can win it with your eyes closed. It is better whether we are now under a serious challenge in battling Pep's Man City and so forth.
No, but okay, that's challenge, but it comes with disadvantage as well. It's not like challenge is like it's a really good thing, you're going to definitely win it, because next season Man City is going to come for the title as well. It's not going to be easy for Liverpool like what it has been this season. Okay. And secondly, being in Bayern, you never know, because you can see Lucas Hernandez is like fully free from injury next season for Bayern. There is a Leroy Sané as well is going up, so Bayern have a like pretty much chance of winning Champions League as well season after that as well. So it's not like Bayern is dusted, for example. So for me, if I would be like Thiago Alcantara's feet, I would have definitely stayed at Bayern. I wouldn't have taken the risk of playing in Prem at this age, because he's 29, 30 years old as well, and one bad move out. Like, for example, a series of bad games can kill your confidence in Prem. I mean, and you know how much, British media, they make fun of individual players as well. So, I mean, that's a risk factor as well. At this age, I'm doing really well. I won treble. You never know. You can win Champions League, multiple Champions League with Bayern. He's 29 years old. He can finish his career as a legend midfielder for Bayern, a legend, for example, like Lothar Matthäus and all these guys, So you never know. So I would have stayed at Bayern.
Okay. Eye test. Talk to me, man. Thiago.
Yes. For me, I think is the good decision to go to Liverpool, because yes, Bayern Munich are building something special right now, but end of the day, no one gives a damn if you win the Bundesliga every season, because it's still a bum league. Yeah, but they win it every season.
No, eye test. You can't say that. 2 Bundesliga sides are in the semis. You can't say that. I'm sorry, you can't.
We'll get to the semis. We'll let her finish.
I can say it because look how many seasons in a row Bayern Munich have won it. Who's challenging them? It's still a bum. I don't give a damn if two teams in that league are in a semi-final. The French league is a bum league as well. I don't care what Mbappe says, but anyway, I think it's a good decision that he's going to the Premier League, because if he's staying at Bayern Munich, all he has to rely on is to be remembered as a great is the Champions League. And I don't know if you can risk it on one competition where one loss against a team can get you knocked out of the competition. So, and you're going up against the world's best. If you go to the Premier League, where the spotlight, where there's more attention on you, you'll be remembered more. Your name will be bigger, because the Premier League is bigger than the Bundesliga. It means more to win the Premier League.
How many goals? Wait. How many goals are there from the Premier League? Can you tell me how many goals argument are there from the Premier League players? Ronaldinho was from Premier League. R9 was Premier League from a Premier League. Tell me. No. Tell me that.
Listen. That's not my point, bro. listen. End of the day, if you win the Premier League, it means something. It
That's
means
risky.
something. Whatever
Oh,
team
no,
you're
wait.
playing for.
What do
If
you mean
you
by
play
it
for
means
Bayern
something?
Munich,
What?
yes, because if you play for Bayern Munich and you win the league,
ISIS. There's nothing you can say to convince me. Winning the Premier League isn't more meaningful than winning the Bundesliga, the League
yes,
the
no,
Serie.
it depends. It
doesn't
depends. Shall I
mean.
tell you why?
Sorry,
If
it does.
you're winning the Bundesliga,
That is the English media that has bamboozled you.
Let me clarify what I'm saying. If you're winning the Bundesliga of Borussia Dortmund or RB Leipzig, it means a lot to win the Bundesliga. But if you're winning it with Bayern Munich, a team that wins it every season anyway, it means nothing. But in the Premier League, whatever team you go to, it means something to win the Premier League. So
No, that's
now,
not true.
if he goes to-
Winning with
if he
Liverpool
goes
doesn't mean anything like from a Liverpool perspective.
It
If you
means
see that,
something, bro.
Liverpool is a big club. Liverpool is a big club, giant club. Come on. In Premier League, how
It
can you
means
say that winning with Liverpool means something? I mean, okay, it means something, of course, but it doesn't differentiate from. For example, if he wins with Leicester, yes, then it's completely different. But winning with Liverpool is expected. One of the winning
It
teams,
means something
yes.
because when was
No,
the
I
last
mean-
time you saw a Premier League team win 3 titles in a row?
Which
In
three
the
titles?
Bundesliga,
Man
the
United.
Bundesliga,
Man
how
United
many
won.
times
Fergie made Man United. Yeah. Cristiano Ronaldo won.
Wait. ISIS, round off your points, bro.
But anyway, my point is, if you go to the Premier League, any team in the Premier League, like you have 2 competitions: the Premier League and the Champions League, 2 big competitions. But if you stay at Bayern Munich, all you have to rely on is the Champions League to be remembered as a great. No one gives a damn if you're in the Bundesliga, unless it's with Borussia Dortmund or RB Leipzig. You play for Bayern Munich.
Okay, all right.
This is the problem where people live in England and and they think the Premier League is the ultimate trophy.
It is.
Joke,
It is.
joke, man.
It is.
Mate, you joke, mate.
Wait. Yes aside. Talk to me. Thiago to Liverpool. Is it the right move? Yes aside.
Yo, look at this.
It's a right move for real. It's right move for both parties, but it's worse for the world, man. I feel like the world is ending. Thiago to Liverpool is just. I give up. I do. What more can I do? What's the point? Liverpool's gonna win the title again. They're probably gonna win the Champions League. I give up, man. I do. I'm done.
It's only one player, bro. It doesn't mean that everything is
This is
over. Man.
Thiago Alcantara. He is so good. I don't get it. Why no one is in for him? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense. I'm done.
He wants Liverpool. That's why. Like,
I
he
don't
wants to
care.
go to Liverpool.
It doesn't make sense, bro.
All right, Edu, talk to me, man. What's it called? Do you think that it's right for Thiago to go to Liverpool, or should he have stayed, or should he stay with Bayern?
See, I think he should definitely stay with Bayern. I completely disagree with iTest. This is the same juice United sold Pogba. Oh, come to the Premier League. United, we're coming back to the top. Blah, blah, blah. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not go to Liverpool. The tempo, they're not saying that he can't fit in, but the way the Premier League is played, back and forth quickly, it does not suit Thiago's game.
No. That I don't agree. Thiago, he is good enough to, because see, what you need to understand about this is that because people say, "Oh no, Premier League is too fast." If you're good enough, you always fit. Tell me a single Spaniard who are extremely technical players who have not succeeded in the Premier League. Ravanelli, Zola, pick all the Italians, Di Canio, were all amazing. If you're very good at football, you will succeed in the Premier League, hands down. So yeah.
But because I don't know if anyone remembers how what's his name played at Leipzig. Naby Keita. Naby Keita was close to Thiago's level at Leipzig, either playing deep or that left attacking mid role. He was for like 2 years.
He was never as good as Thiago, bro.
He was top 3, top 5 in that league easily.
But Thiago was always better than him. Naby Keita was never on the level of Thiago Alcantara. Bro.
He was voted ahead of Thiago.
Naby Keita was unreal.
Who was voted up against? I'm telling you, he wasn't.
See, when I was watching Naby Keita at Leipzig, I thought that, oh my God, this is a combination of Thiago and Kante in one player. That's what he looked like.
No,
I'm not joking.
But the difference is between the two is Thiago Alcantara is a seasoned veteran. He's 29. He's been playing for years. Naby Keita went to Liverpool and he was like 23, 24 years old. He's a developing player. His prime. He's going to hit it 2 years from now, in 26. That's when you're going to start seeing more consistency. Whereas Thiago, he's a finished product.
Huh?
Naby was different at Leipzig. I know what I was watching. he was a different level player. Like he was world class, but obviously you can't say that because Farmers League, etc., etc. But he was very good. And when he came to Liverpool, the way Liverpool, their midfield plays, they run. All they do is run. They're winning the ball back. They run. They're trying to get it to Trent, Robertson, into the striker. All they do is run.
Okay, so Eddie,
Eddie,
so you're saying that he should stay at Bayern. Why? Specifically, why should he stay at Bayern?
If he wins this CL, he's a legend. If they win this CL this season, he's a legend. You just see out his career. Someone might come replace it, but just stay, finish out your career, then you can go to Spain, relax on the beach or something.
Wow.
Okay. You don't need to go to Liverpool.
Okay. So wait, let me just hit these mother effing super chats, man. Just person says that Neymar wants Barcelona. Laugh my ass off. This is Neymar's team. And just basically says that Tyler Adams has more CL iconic moments than Zad. That was a deflection that Tyler Adams scored. Zad still has a World Cup semi. What has Tyler Adams ever done in a World Cup semi? Nothing. Hakeem, Double H's forehead is shiny as F. I want to buy Maltesers. Feel free. And Just Besting again says, I test, apologize when I get to my French CL final. Well, let's first see if that happens first. So guys, let's talk. CL semis.
Yes.
Guys, I didn't believe that this is what we were going to be. But as much as I'm surprised that we didn't see Atletico in the semis and Man City, we are one step away from what I believe could be one of the greatest Champions League finals of all time. We are one step away, but I still don't think it's going to happen. From the get-go, as soon as this draw was made, I said PSG Bayern Munich would be the football final. I think that would be a match that would finally unite all races. So all this kind of thing, if he wants to unite every single race and bring us all together racially as one, is PSG versus Bayern Munich in a CL final. But that is still very complicated because I look at Lyon, looking at Leipzig, specifically Nagelsmann. So things are getting very hot right now. And we may maybe talk about this maybe afterwards because these Champions League knockout things have been pretty high. They've been pretty high. So Tuesday, we have Leipzig against PSG, I believe. Am I right? Leipzig PSG is on Tuesday.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leipzig PSG on Tuesday, and of course, Lyon against Bayern is on Wednesday. So, of course, tomorrow I will put out all my previews and stuff. So this is really about you guys giving your thoughts. But let me just give my overall thoughts, then I'll hit it first to Red to kick us off. Actually, no. I'll want to mix it up. I'll probably hit it to Abdullahi. I want to mix things up. My overall thoughts is be wary. Nagelsmann is an amazing coach. You see, that's fraud who decided to play De Bruyne as right wing and play at the back. That dude ain't no manager. That dude is a checkbook manager who's a very good coach, but he's a checkbook manager. He's a flipping fraud, and he's been lying to everyone for the past 7 years. Nagelsmann is what you call a manager. Without Timo Werner, he took out Atletico. He said, "No, fine, you can go defend and everything. We're here to score goals." PSG have to be very wary because Nagelsmann has a ploy for him. And shout out to Shane Schubert who shot me a great email about how. So let me remind myself. So Shane said to me that Tuchel managed Nagelsmann when he was a player, and then Nagelsmann then worked under Tuchel as an assistant coach. So there is great history between both of them. So it even gives you an extra undercurrent of this game. And the thing about it is that Leipzig are reveling in this underdog status that they have. And Leipzig know that if we can just be very organized, we can do anything. If you're PSG, you are at a huge disadvantage. And the disadvantage is you can't help it. You are feeling so confident. And PSG's mistake could be thinking they're already in the final before having to play Leipzig. And because they would be like, my gosh, because PSG were assuming that it was Atletico, like, oh my gosh, how do we now deal with this defense, this thou shalt not pass, or man? But with Leipzig, they're like, oh my God, no Timo Werner, and we have a much better attack than Atletico, and we will come out and attack them. I'm excited. I'm really excited because, guys, this game could go either way, and we could potentially have another classic in this game, potentially, because I know how PSG are going to play, and I know how Leipzig are going to counter them. And I am interested to know what Nagelsmann tactically is going to do to expose our PSG defense when they come to an attack, and how will they contain both the prodigy and the truth. It is supremely exciting. So let me just say this. So Daniel Plaza says, "See. Is that a reference to Christina? Christina got knocked out, bro. So there you go. Shout out to Messi and Christina fans, you bastards. From Abdullahi, man, talk to me. Leipzig, PSG, man. How are you viewing this, man?
Agent, can you hear me?
We can hear you beautifully well.
Okay. I think for me, like the two people I already took for the Champions League winner, Atletico Madrid and them Juventus, both of them fall my hand already. Like they're two inside the bin already. So I don't want to make any prediction at the moment. But I think I watched Leipzig and watched Atletico Madrid. I think Nagelsmann has a plan in which to play Atletico. So I think for PSG, the problem with PSG is their defense. I really don't touch that defense that much. Unlike the attack, Neymar and them Kylian Mbappe, both of them have really improved massively. But their defense is the issues with them, Thiago Silva and Kimpembe. If Leipzig are clinical enough, I think they could surprise PSG. But I'm gonna give it to PSG for overall favorite. But I will not be surprised if RB Leipzig go through into the final. I will not be surprised.
So give me a scoreline.
It's tough, but I'm gonna go for 2-1 PSG.
In 90 minutes or extra time?
90 minutes, 2-1 PSG.
Okay.
Neymar and Kylian Mbappe.
Okay, Yasser Said, man, talk to me, man. How do you see this match going?
First thing first, I think Timo Werner has to be one of the most stupidest football player I've seen in a while. He is a stupid football player. Anyways, moving on. This is gonna be a good game. This is gonna be a very good game. This guy is 33 years old. He's younger than Thiago Silva. Wow. Just imagine. Nagelsmann, he's a good manager. But if PSG shows up, and I believe Neymar will, and Mbappe is gonna be fit, Di Maria is gonna be on the pitch, Verratti is gonna be maybe, I don't know, then the PSG should go through. Would I be surprised if RB Leipzig goes to the final? No. But if they do, then I feel like their defenders will be the man of the match. Like Upamecano will have a wonderful game. But I do see PSG go through. I just feel like PSG, and it depends how Tuchel sets this team up. If he plays Icardi, they're losing this game. I'm just telling you this. He has to start Mbappe, Neymar, and Di Maria. He must start the front three, or else they will not win this game. So I think PSG will go through.
So scoreline.
I will say, how about this? 3-2. It's gonna be a fun game. Let's do that. Yep.
All right. I test.
For me, I think RB Leipzig are gonna win this because I watched the game against Atalanta, yeah, and bro, it was literally a one-man team. Like Icardi and Sarabia, I think it was.
But remember, Leipzig played very differently to Atalanta. So
yes, but my point is RB Leipzig play as a team. PSG, the players are the managers. I don't know what Tuchel's doing. All he does is put out the team line, put up the team, put the team out, and let them play football. It didn't look, watching them against Atalanta, it didn't look like there was any tactics. All it looked like was give it to Neymar and let him do his stuff. Icardi, he was just there to make up the numbers. They needed 11 players, so they just put Icardi's name down. Same with Sarabia, same with whoever was on the pitch that day. All I saw was Neymar. And for me, you can't run like that. RB Leipzig, they play as a team. I saw against Atletico Madrid, they played as a team. Against Tottenham, they played as a team. They're a real team. A lot of these players I don't even know, but they play as a team. They have a proper system. So I think RB Leipzig are going to win this game. I don't think Neymar is enough. And it's literally only Neymar for PSG and Mbappe. But
Okay, then
that's
score.
not
Then
enough for me.
Score.
Score. I think it will be 2-0 RB Leipzig.
Wow.
I'm telling you, bro. Like you can't
Wait,
just rely on
eye test. You got to check your eyes, man. Like opticians, man. go to
I bet you would have said that if I said Lyon. If I said Lyon is going to beat City, you would have said the same thing. If I said Bayern Munich are going to beat Barcelona 8-2, you would have said the same thing. So you never know. It's the Champions League. We saw last season what happened in the Champions League, and we saw this season. It's the Champions League, brother.
Okay.
You never know.
Stodge.
Yeah, I'm thinking that this is going to be a very entertaining game. And yeah, the way I see this game going is I feel like if Tuchel could just get his tactics right and the player selection right, then he should win. Obviously, you can't underestimate Nagelsmann and the players that RB Leipzig have, especially their midfield and their defense. The forwards of Leipzig, I wasn't impressed. I mean, they were pretty much Paulsen. He's nothing to worry about. But they need to worry about Sabitzer and the midfielders. And this is the thing that I hate about Tuchel. If he plays Marquinhos in the midfield again, resign. He should resign. Hand your papers in. Because in the Atlanta game.
Okay, so what should we say? Because I'm reading here that Verratti is still injured. Then
yes,
so
yes. What you should do is play Gay, and then Herrera to do the whole workhorse stuff, and then play Paredes. That guy was playing some incredible through balls when he came into Mbappe. Play him, let him do his magic, let him control the game, let him pass. I don't want to see Marquinhos. He can't do nothing as a midfield. All he was doing was passing sideways. He didn't know how to pass in between the lines. He couldn't dribble. Why have you got him there? Just to assure the defense. He's useless in that position. Obviously, their back four decides for itself, and I think they need to drop Icardi. That man, he didn't look bothered. He wasn't making efforts. He was lazy. Give Choupo-Moting a chance. Tell him to hold off the ball, similar role to Lukaku for Inter, and let Mbappe and Neymar do their magic. So I think if they follow those tactics, they can win.
Okay, give me a scoreline, man.
I'm going to say 3-1 to PSG. But if RB Leipzig win and they keep a clean sheet, I don't care what anyone says. Upamecano is the best defender on the planet right now. If he shuts all three of these guys down after what he did against Atletico, it has to be a conversation.
Okay. What's it called? Red.
Yo, so I really don't. I want to respect both teams. Both teams thoroughly deserve to be in the semifinals. But I'm not going to bet against Neymar and Mbappe. Not after what they did against Atalanta. Like that duo is just too good. They're actually too good.
But I know. Remember, this Leipzig are a better defensive side, and will face as good as Atlanta. Atlanta don't have Upamecano in defense, so you can't read about what they did to Atalanta, because what they did to Atalanta, they're not doing to Leipzig, who will be better disciplined defensively than Atalanta were. So
I'll be honest with you, ACH. I like Upamecano. Look. Atalanta, I feel like as a unit defend better than Leipzig. I think Leipzig play better football. They play more progressive football, more possession based, and they're better going forward. I really think that we can't compare Atleti's attack and João Felix and Morata and Diego Costa and to Neymar and Mbappe. I'm not going to even mention Icardi or Di Maria or any of the other weapons they have. I just it all comes down to Tuchel, because I think Tuchel, even if they win the Champions League, I think they should sack him. I think he's that game against Atalanta. He made it hard for them. The moment Herrera was off, the TV was on for me, because I knew that PSG were actually serious now. Because Herrera Herrera was trash, bro. Herrera is actually one of the worst. He was just so bad. Neymar had to yell at him a couple of times on the pitch. He got him
Red
off.
is right. Red is right. Go ahead.
So many times he would Neymar would make a run and then Herrera would just pass it out of bounds. Can't even get the ball to Neymar. So my only thing is that I really see just PSG edging. I don't think it's going to be a clear game. I think it's going to be like a 2-1 PSG, just for the fact that, look, even if they mark out Neymar, they still have Mbappe. They might mark out Mbappe, they have Neymar. Like, how many players are going to dedicate to these two? Because if they do that, then you also have Icardi or Di Maria, or like, they just have so many weapons. It's going to be hard for, I feel like, RB Leipzig to really deal with like the wave of pressure that's because you saw with Atalanta, they couldn't breathe anymore. Like, by the end of the game, they were exhausted because they just were chasing shadows the whole time. They tried to defend.
No, but you keep on bringing Atalanta.
No, because it's a style of play,
Leipzig.
HH. No, but HH. But the thing is when you have the players like that, PSG can hold on to the ball. They'll have them chasing shadows. When they start applying pressure, like they were bound to win. They're like, I literally. I don't know if anybody was following me when I was doing live tweets when we were watching that. Like, I called it when it was 1-0 Atalanta around the 50th minute. I was like, PSG got this, because it was done. You could see Atalanta players they didn't have the same intensity. They started to get tired after halftime, and PSG just kept on wave after wave after wave. And you're like, they're gonna eventually score.
Okay, so what front three should PSG roll with then? If you say what's the front three that the PSG roll with?
I think Mbappe, Neymar, Icardi. That should be their front three. Mbappe, Neymar, Icardi. You're gonna need a clinical striker like Icardi that could finish on half chances. He doesn't really need to be a part of play. He could just poach in the box. Let Neymar just get the ball, create plays for the players, linking between midfield and attack, and have Mbappe just making runs down the wing. Because I don't like what Mbappe did to Atalanta's fullback. Oh my lord! Was it Caldara? I think it was.
He got him.
Yeah, he HH in that half-hour cameo, that was insane. Like, he just couldn't deal with Mbappe. He nutmegged him between two players and gave a pass. Like, they were just too good. There's too much quality in this attack. There's too much in this team, and I also, on top of everything, the desire they have. I think they want it more than Leipzig. I know this is hypothetical, and this is just like, but I really, really do. I feel like PSG, they were constantly criticized by the media, and I feel like there's a chip on the shoulder that they really want to show up, and they're gonna be on their A game. So just for that, I edge PSG to win it 2-1.
Okay, Muntaha.
Yeah, man. I mean, this team. I mean, Leipzig is a really good team, and they progress the ball really well, and they're a very well coached team. But still, Atalanta, if you see, for me, like, if you see Atalanta's attack, I think that they're more deadly. Atalanta is more pressing team. They're more aggressive. They're more direct as well, if Atalanta wants to be. And Atalanta, if you see, as a defender, which team you don't want to play against, right? Like, if you're a defender, it's Atalanta easily. It's not Leipzig. Leipzig is not that aggressive team. Let's be honest, okay? I mean, Atletico, they are known as for the shit show team, Atleti. But the second goal Atalanta scored was like purely luck, but still, like, credit goes to Leipzig with the way they played, and they were constantly attacking Atleti. Definitely, no, I'm giving that. But don't forget that this is PSG we're talking about. You have now at least match fit Mbappe. You have fully fit Neymar. Okay, you have Di Maria back from injury. From a suspension, which is fully fit, and Icardi. Definitely, he will have learned his lessons as well. So for me, if I see, I'm starting 4-2-3-1 formation for PSG, and that's how they're going to roll with. Right wing Di Maria, left wing Mbappe, striker Icardi, and number 10 Neymar. So that's front four pretty much of PSG. Double pivots will be definitely Marquinhos and Idrissa Gueye. You pretty much don't need Verratti in this game, because I mean PSG is more enough and more creative even without Verratti. And now you have work rate of Marquinhos and Idrissa Gueye to cover the spaces. So that's more than enough. And for me, Ender Herrera should not even be close to touchline. That guy was ass crap. You know, that guy cannot even understand the football, bro. Marquinhos is so good playing from the back, dropping deep, you know, looking for the players. I mean, like, he's so press resistant as well at the same time. Marquinhos. I mean, this guy's crap, man. Ender Herrera. He should not be in the team anymore. And for me, I mean, they have Paredes as well. He can come from the bench as well. I mean, they have Julian Brandt and all these guys. They have Pablo Sarabia. I mean, PSG is like a pretty much better team, and they have better chances. And one more thing, right? If it would be Atletico in semis, you know, I would have been surprised. Okay, we don't know how PSG will react. This is their first semis. Same goes for Leipzig. This is their first semis, first time ever in the UCL. So we don't know how they will react. Can they absorb the pressure or expectation as well? Because, okay, now you're beating Atletico. Beating Atletico is a big, massive deal in 2020, especially in Champions League after they've beaten Liverpool. So you're not anymore the team, you know, under the radar. you're the team, where even they're looking for your strengths. And your best player, to be honest, is Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo is one of the creative player from your team, who's number 10 and who's so threatful. And to stop him, to keep him quiet, you need a player like Marquinhos, who's like physical and who's like really good football as well, and defenders, center back and DM, you want to call him. Yeah, so he's really good. So I think so. PSG is going to win this game by 3-1.
But HH,
Wow.
can I ask you a question?
Wait. Let's first go around for everyone first. Edu, man, how are you seeing this game going, man?
I'm hearing people say still start Icardi. I don't think he should just be put on brick watch. He should also be on fraud watch. Absolutely shocking player. He should be nowhere near that starting level.
Okay, then give me your front three.
Play Neymar, Mbappe. You can either use Draxler, then sub him up and bring on Choupo-Moting, or Icardi.
Okay, Edu, do you see the issue with this? Because I see Red's logic. The logic is play your best players in their strongest positions. You always want Mbappe on the flank. If you don't play Icardi with no Cavani, Mbappe has to play as a striker. You, especially in a semi, with so much riding on this, look at what that clown Pep did with De Bruyne, playing him out wide. Play Mbappe in his strongest position. Mbappe's strongest position is out on the flank, not as a striker. For Icardi, screw him. Let him do whatever he wants to do. As long as Neymar and Mbappe are on the pitch and in their strongest positions, that will help PSG a lot more get the goals rather than putting Mbappe as a striker.
I don't trust Icardi at all because he was playing against who? Toloi? Who? Come on, man. If he's not beating Toloi for anything, he can't do anything to Upamecano. There's nothing he's going to do to Upamecano that's going to be a threat. They're basically playing with 10 men if they start with Icardi. Again, they got away with it because of Atalanta. First time there, they're happy to be there. They're not going to get away with this with Leipzig. Nagelsmann is more like astute. I feel he's a better coach than Gasperini. And he knows Tuchel too, so that's an advantage. I don't think Icardi is the answer. Herrera, I can see why, okay, no, don't play him. Maybe bring on Paredes. I can see why he started him because normally Atalanta go forward, overlapping CBs, all that jazz. But this time, because of Neymar's threats, they had to retreat a bit. But Icardi, you saw how frustrated Neymar was. All he was doing, yes, it was amazing, but he was just dribbling. He was like, nah, I'm not passing to you guys. You guys don't know what you're doing. He doesn't trust those guys. They're not the same wavelength. So at least, Mbappe is going to play. Just have someone else there. Don't have Icardi there that's going to spoil the rhythm. Against Lyon, Icardi did the same thing in the French Cup final. He did the same thing. It was 0-0 till they went to penalties and won. Icardi is washed, man. He's not good. But I see PSG going through in this game. I see PSG going through 3-2, 2-1.
So give me a score.
3-2 or 2-1. 3-2 or 2-1.
Okay. Ahmed, round us off, man. How do you see the game going? And give us a score.
For PSG Leipzig, I feel that PSG will win 3-1 because I think that Verratti is going to be the difference between how they played against Atalanta and how they will play against Leipzig. And I think Mbappe being back is a big boost to PSG. But one important thing is Navas is going to be out for the semifinal. Now that might not matter against Leipzig, but in the final, if it's against Bayern Munich, Navas is going to be important. So I think that's going to be important to talk about for PSG. But I feel PSG can definitely do the work against Leipzig. I don't see Leipzig being able to cause an upset.
So what score are you going with?
3-1.
3-1
for PSG.
Okay. So before we do our final semi crackdown, so Martin Rosario, my dear friend, says Werner leaves Leipzig to CFC. What a downgrade! How is that a downgrade? Hakim says you will see why Di Maria is the GOAT. 15 plus assists. Okay. And Martin Rosario, fun fact: if Coutinho wins the Champions League, Barcelona pay Liverpool 5 mil.
Yep.
Man, Barcelona needs to relax.
Let me ask you a question.
So now, look, Lyon against Bayern Munich. If you're Lyon, you should be fearful, but you should also gain confidence in you don't defend like Barcelona, you have to be afraid. A team that scored 8 Gs, you have to be slightly wary. But what should be comforting is we defend better. It's very similar to 2014. Argentina would have been wary of facing a team that just scored 7 Gs in the semis. But Argentina were like, and especially Sabea was, we defend better than Brazil. So that's not going to happen. And lo and behold, it took them 115, 60 minutes to even get a goal in the final. So we're not seeing 4, 5, 6 goals against Lyon because Lyon are a very tough physical defensive side and are very well disciplined. But Lyon are going to face a team that are actually going to play 100% to their philosophy. They're not going to change one bit. And Bayern are not going to, Hansi Flick will not overthink, rethink, or tweak. They're going to be facing the side that has played throughout this whole Champions League fully and has been the most impressive side so far. It's difficult for me finding an argument for Lyon in this game. But at the same time, this has been a crazy Champions League. This has been a crazy Champions League. And it still wouldn't surprise me if somehow, some way, Bayern Munich just don't make it work and Lyon just make it happen. Like, if Bayern do win, it won't be like 4-0, 5-0 or something, like maybe 3-1, 2-1 or something, because Lyon will, especially because we're now getting close to the final, I believe the games are going to get tighter. I think with the semis and the final, these last 3 games are going to be much tighter than the games that we've seen before. We're not going to be seeing as many goals. So it's going to be tough for Lyon. It's going to be tough for Lyon. It ain't going to be easy. So let's kick off with Abdullahi, man. Lyon, Bayern Munich. How are you seeing it, Matt? Abdullahi.
With what I saw with Barcelona dismantling Bayern Munich dismantling Barcelona, I think it's tough because Bayern Munich play an high line, and high line it fits Lyon a lot when you play a line, because what they will do is defense and go on the counter attacking with just the way they play with Manchester City. So I think it's tough because the way Bayern Munich play, but I think I'm gonna give the edge to Lyon a little bit, because Lyon is not gonna come out against Bayern and they'll go defensive. And it's gonna suit the way Lyon play. They play 35-2, which suit them very well. They can easily go defensive and easily counter attack Bayern Munich and beat them on the counter. But Bayern Munich is the favorite to win. But I'm gonna give the Lyon a little bit of edge. I'm gonna go with Lyon. For me, 2-1 to Lyon. For me.
And there we have it. 2-1 to Lyon from Abdullahi, man. That's a big call. Ahmed, what do you say, man?
Although Abdullahi pointed out that the high line was a problem, because for example, against Barca when it was 1-1, Barca were creating chances.
Yep, many chances.
They created a lot of chances between the 7th and until you could say the 3rd Bayern Munich goals when things started to really change. But that was an issue, and for example, Lyon, they did the same thing to City. The high line costed City 3 goals. Well, you could say 2 goals against Lyon. But however, the difference between City and Bayern Munich is that I trust Bayern Munich to finish their chances and to create more chances than I do City. So I think Bayern Munich will win 3-1 for this final.
Okay. Yas's side.
So this is what I think. With Lyon, and I was thinking about this very carefully. Out of the 4 teams that are left in the Champions League, Lyon has the most to lose. Lyon has the most to lose. They finished 7th in Ligue 1, and they are not in the Champions League next year. So that's dangerous. Bayern Munich is, in my opinion, Bayern Munich is the best team in the world right now, and then what they did to Barcelona, my God. But I don't know. It's gonna be. I think this game might be decided in penalties, guys. I think so. This game might go all the way to penalties.
Oh, so you think that Lyon will hold Bayern?
Yes. I don't know. The Lyon will concede, but they won't concede more than 1 goal, in my opinion. I think this game might end 1-1. I think so. And
Okay, so then who wins on penalties then?
Hold on, give me a second. Let me flip a coin. Bayern Munich.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I am Ham. Talk to me, man. Bayern Munich, Lyon, man. How does this game go? I am Ham. Okay. Edu. Talk to me, man.
Wait, I'm back.
Okay, back.
I'm
Okay,
back.
man. Then talk, man.
Sorry.
Talk. What the hell? Talk to Bayern Munich, Lyon, man.
Yeah, sorry. Bayern Munich, look, okay, I think Lyon is the only team that really stuck with the prediction I made that this would be a tournament for defensive teams. And I think my point that I was trying to get across before is what we saw in Lyon, and that they scored the goal they needed against Juventus, and they defended for the rest of their lives. And against the team previously, now they also did the same thing. And I think what they have in their team, where it's just a bunch of young players that just want to prove themselves, I think it allows them a lot of patience. Those players, if they want to prove themselves, they have to prove that they're ready to compete with the other teams. So it means that they have to be wary of the other teams more than the other teams really are of them. And I think against Bayern, it's going to be the match where they really put to the test with that philosophy, because Bayern, obviously, like every other team, is going to look at them and it's going to be like, we should win. But I think Lyon now is going to have to face a decision in which to stick with the defensive thing, or they're going to go out there and just give it their best and just like attack with their own talent that they have, because they've got attacking talent as well. So I think it's going to be an interesting match in the sense as what are these two teams going to do. But I think Bayern, they need to be focused for this match. They can't let the A2 get to them. They can't be like, yeah, okay, we're already at the final. They need to go into this match and they need to be taking it very seriously, because I think this is the match that could hurt them if they're looking.
Okay, so give me a score, man.
Okay, I really want to root for the underdog, but I think I'm going to have to give it to Bayern. I want to give them 3-1.
Okay, Bayern 3-1. Okay. Edu, talk to me.
Lyon, I don't know if they can do what they did again. You know, what they did against Manchester. I don't know if they can do that again. You know, they defended for their lives against Juve. You know, they did it again against City. I don't know if they can do it against Bayern, man. Bayern look like a well-drilled machine right now. They look devastating what they did to Barcelona, because I thought Barcelona had a chance in that game. Before everything unraveled, I thought they had a chance. You know, maybe Bayern win, but it will be a closer game. But they look so dangerous right now. I know people didn't really speak about Gnabry. Gnabry is on a different level. World-class player. He has everything a wide man you want in a wide man. Everything. Dribbling, awareness, positioning. He's good on the press. He can get in behind. He has everything. Lewandowski didn't even play. I don't think he really played well against Barcelona. I don't think Lewandowski really played well. So
he was all right. He was all right.
He was all right. Like, but there's some misses that were, oh my god, this is a goal, and he missed. So like, wow. Muller, we don't know what Muller did, leading the press. You know, he will score goals, he'll get key passes. He's looking very tight there. I don't know what kind of it has to be like a throwback Inter Milan kind of defense they need if they're going to qualify. But I'm going to go against the grain and say Lyon go through. Bias, but Lyon win. 2-1. They'll sneak it. 2-1.
Wow. Okay. Stodge.
I can't. Wait.
Okay, sorry. Go again. Speak.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Stodge, where you at?
Yeah. Can you hear me? I think I was muted or something.
Yeah. You were muted before. No, but now you're fine. Go for it.
Anyway, yeah, I can't see an alternate reality where Lyon are going to get a result. I'm going to be honest. I don't think these guys have a chance. The
Sure.
only chance I see them having is if suddenly the best players for Bayern Munich get a positive test of coronavirus or something. Something insane has to happen for these guys to go through. In my opinion, I cannot see how they're going to go through, because unlike Man City, Bayern Munich are so relentless. They're so clinical. I mean, Lyon, they have been great defensively, but they've also given chances to both Juventus and Man City, which both teams were wasteful as well. But this Bayern Munich team, I mean, they just attack you from all positions. Alphonso Davies, Kimmich, I mean, Thiago, Goretzka, Müller, Lewandowski, Perisic, Gnabry. These are all people that can get goals. So, yeah, I can't see them winning. So I'm going to say 4-0 to Bayern Munich.
All right, man. Okay. Munsaha, man, talk to me. What happens in this game, man?
Oh my god! I mean, look, man, Lyon is like a deserving team to be in the semis, but like you're facing the best team right now in the world, so you have to set up in that way. So you have to be realistic at the same time, and it is like to surrender in attack and park the bus. That's the reality, harsh reality, and you have to go for that. For 90 minutes or 120 minutes, I don't know for how long they will last. They can, hold Bayern off. I mean, one more thing.
They kind of withstand that and hold Bayern the way that they did for Man City and Juventus.
No, I don't think so. Because if you see in the second leg, I know Ronaldo's second goal and all those, was insane. But still, I don't think so. But they are leaking goals, It's not like they are not leaking goals. They are. And let's be honest, man. Sterling was the dumb over there who missed the chance. I mean, if any other player would be there, for example, Sane for Man City, they would have finished the chance. Could have taken the game to extra time. So for me right now, as per the current situation, Ekambi should be benched. I know he's a threat. He's more of a pace, he's dangerous. But you start with your best players, and those best players is Moussa Dembele and Depay. Because Memphis Depay can play wide and all. So you start with your best front two, and you allow Hassam Awar to give you something, on counterattacks, and you park the bus. Simple. You have to accept the reality, park the bus, and try to defend. Go for the low block. Simple. And looking for Bayern to punish them on the counterattacks or might be on set pieces, possible. So, yeah. Wow. And my prediction for this game is 3-1 again.
Bayern.
Yeah. Bayern.
So Red, round us off, man. Round us off, Red.
Just because I didn't get to join the post bars and all this stuff, so I just have just a couple of things I want to say about Bayern first. First off, shouts out to Infinity Stones are Shaggy's kidneys. Man, I apologize to you and every Bayern fan. Bayern is like, I hold them in such high regards right now. Like, I'm buying a Muller jersey ASAP. Lewandowski is
Red. You're doing that because you just want to flip on Barcelona, man.
No. HH. Lewandowski is the greatest striker of this generation. I don't want to hear Suarez. I don't want to hear Benzema. I don't want to hear any of that. Nobody's been able to do that to Barcelona in a quarterfinal to show up. He was incredible off the ball, on the ball, scoring goals. Amazing. Like, guys, I apologize. No more Bundesliga, no more German MLS. Bundesliga is top tier. Like, for what they did, man, we actually have to respect Liga Bundesliga. This is just an FU to all Twitter analysts and all of us that try to crack jokes on behalf of these leagues.
Okay, Red. Let's talk.
Okay. Now let's talk football. For this game, for me personally, I don't see Lyon winning this. To be honest with you, I feel like this is the most entertaining matchup we could have gotten, because I feel like Bayern would have steamrolled City, and Lyon's more of a they're just a cat cornered, and they could they could do whatever. But I feel like Bayern just have too much quality. And I think we're on the verge. HH have seen. I remember last year we had a hangout. We were talking about the most dominant Champions League winning side, or the most dominant Champions League campaign. This by Bayern is the most dominant campaign ever by any team individually. I have never seen a team steamroll through every opposition so easily. When there were Spurs, 7-3 Spurs. No, more dominant than MSN. MSN was not putting 8 past teams of Barcelona's caliber. MSN was not putting 7 past Chelsea. MSN was not putting 7 past Spurs. They literally, just between these top 3 European teams, they scored almost 25 goals. They are 22 exactly. This is easily the most dominant campaign individually by a team I've ever witnessed, to be honest. Like, the only one that I could think that's close is 2013 Bayern, which in the last hangout, that when we had this argument, I think we all agreed that 2013 Bayern was They edged it. So I just don't see Lyon having enough. Like I don't think they got lucky against City, because last season they played against City and they had a positive record. They beat them once and they drew them in the Champions League group stage. So I feel like they're just kind of City's boogie team. But I think even on their best day, and I love Lyon. Lyon's academy is one of my favorite academies. They produce players like Ben Arfa, Houssam Ayoure, Benzema, Lacazette, Umtiti. They're an elite academy. So I just like somebody mentioned it earlier where they said it's more of a youthful team. I feel like against a finished article like Bayern, a team that's experienced in this round, a team that's hungry, that's been disrespected for the past 4 or 5 years, where people are just overriding them because saying, "Oh, they always get knocked out by Spanish opposition." I feel like this is their season, and they're not going to let it go. And I really want to see a PSG Bayern final, so we can get old money versus new money, European elite versus up and comers. I want to see that final, and that would probably be ideal.
So give me a scoreline. What's scoreline in the game?
3-1 Bayern.
Man, everyone loves the 3-1 Bayern, man.
No, because here's what there's a reason why it's 3-1. I feel like Bayern are gonna come in cautious. They know that we're only one game away from the final, so it's not be too risque. But I feel like over 90 minutes, the cream will rise to the top, and Bayern will be able to settle the game. I think it's gonna be close at the beginning, but then when Bayern settle in and Lyon start to tire out, Bayern is gonna be able to finish it off and just go with a 3-1.
Okay, guys. So we'll be. It's a big week, guys. It's a huge week.
The Champions League is going to be lit, man. I'm telling you.
So basically, so Monday, of course, I'll be back here again, obviously for the football dogger, but of course for Inter Milan, Shakhtar Donetsk, and the post match there.
Europa League? No one's watching that.
Yes, yeah. So Tuesday, we know what's going down. Wednesday, we know what's going down. So. It's huge, it's massive, there's no way to turn it on, guys. Let's just hope that but something tells me, because every time I really want something, it never happens. We are not getting a PSG Bayern final. But the question is it going to be Bayern against Leipzig, PSG against Lyon, or save our souls?
Sorry, HH. One last thing I just want to mention, HH.
No. I'm sick of that. If it is Leipzig against flipping Lyon, I will break this flipping 2017, 2018 iMac right now. Don't you dare. Peace out, stay true. I'll see you guys.
Shouts out Warren Rosario.
Become a Patreon member. Get access to my blog, get access to exclusive videos, and also get access to the podcast of the Saturday and the Sunday Hangouts. Head over to patreon.com/halfwop to gain all these goodies while also supporting your boy HH.